Alright, so my other favorite deck, Mono Blue Tron. God, I love this deck. Um, yeah, I don't know what my opponent's on here, but we know what they're on now. And I like this hand because I do have one Tron piece. I am able to do Condescend and Repeal and whatnot right off the bat, and I have a turn one play in Expedition Map. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this one. And I do have a Bomb in Worm Coil. Now, um, I'm very careful about how I do this, and I've watched some people. Actually, I don't know who it was, but it was somebody from TCG Player. They were playing Blue Karn-Tron or something like that. It was basically this, but they added one Karn and called it Blue Karn-Tron. And I noticed that they played their beginning a little differently. I'm very careful about how I do this because I don't want my opponent to know that I'm on Blue Tron yet. I want to like see if they'll play around this, thinking that I'm on the most probable Mono Green Tron or Eldrazi Tron. Because it could change their plays a little bit. And now I didn't have another choice except to do this, so now I do. I could have repealed here, or I could have countered there, or I could counter there. But I'm not too worried because I figure if they have discard spell, I can counter it after this, and I'll just take 3 a turn or something. Whereas now I really need to hit my third land drop. So I do. Yeah, so now I can counter that discard spell and I'll be good for now. That buys me more time. And I set up my top, so now I got Tron. Worm Coil, and I have the Ballista. So they go to bolt to Ballista, so I can't block their dudes. And I'll ping them for 1. I'll take 3 damage. I'm okay with that. But now, like, holy smokes, I've got a good lead. So unfortunately, they do draw Goblin Lore, which is going to make it so I get hit for a lot. But I have 2 repeals in my hand. I think, I don't know, I could see an argument being made for just repealing 2 guys instead of taking all the damage that I take. But I really wanted to draw into a counter or something to make sure my Worm Coil doesn't just die or somehow, yeah. So what I would prefer to do is counter the Goblin Lore. So that's what I'm looking for here. I do not, the only counter I get is Remand. So that's unfortunate. And at this point, I'm figuring Chalice doesn't really matter. So I discard the Chalice. But I need that second creature. And I want all of these things. So I could Remand, but I'll still take a ton of damage. I am very fortunate and that they discarded 2 hollow ones. And now I will repeal. So yeah, in hindsight, if I had just saved the repeals, I would have taken far less damage. So what I'm thinking here is I'm trying to count it out. Like, I want to play the Torrential Gearhulk, and I realize I should probably leave the Worm Coil up to block instead. But if I save the mana for Torrential here, I flash in Torrential, I can flashback Thirst, dig, and then block one of their dudes and gain 6 life and kill off one of their dudes. So yeah, flash in Torrential, do that. Yeah, I don't need the Remand in the extra Tron land anymore. I'd rather have the extra blocker. So now I basically take 0 damage here. And opponent concedes. So game 2, unfortunately, did not quite go as well. And I do have a pretty slow hand here. Yeah, I sided in Filigree Familiars because they're just there to buy me time. Unfortunately, my opponent does have a burning or inquiry in their hand, and they're going to be able to do that. So I'm feeling pretty good here. Like, I could condescend and whatnot. So they go for the burning inquiry, which sucks. Because what that's going to mean is, I can discard stuff here. It's not worth condescending because basically I just lose a card if I do that. So we go into our little discarding. And I do draw some cards, unfortunately. Like, I draw another Filigree Familiar. I end up discarding both of them and the Chalice. That sucks, because those are my early plays. And now I'm about to take a shit ton of damage with a hollow one. I could try to counter the hollow one, but it's just to try to set up my top draw. So I do, just to try to get a good card next. What did I do? Yeah, I put Island and Chalice on the bottom. I already have land. I don't need a Chalice. So, and yeah, they top deck a Burning Inquiry, and that's going to be enough to do it. So, I mean, I guess, I countered the Burning Inquiry, yeah. But I'm still going to die. So, that just buys me a turn. And, yeah, I mean, I had cards that I could have top decked, like, what is the name of that card? Arbiter. Something Arbiter, Silent Arbiter. That would have saved my butt, but I did not draw it. So I just try to draw a blocker and hope that they don't, I'll block that dude. I'll take 2 damage and hopefully don't die. And yeah, they draw a Ancient Grudge from my dude and kill me. Unfortunate. So game 3, I was really not sure about this one. I think I thought for a while, like you can see down here the amount of time that I thought about this one. I'm thinking, like, I could set up to I can search for a blue eventually if I need it, or if I draw another Tron land, that'll set me up to play either Batterskull or Oblivion Stone. So that's what I'm hoping for here. I do draw the second Tron land, so I'm good to go, happy. I do make some mistakes here. I misclick and I don't ask to take it back. They are able to grab some stuff out of my hand though. I think it was probably right for them to discard Bloodghast to this thing. I don't know why they didn't. Go get my third Tron land. And so I have a choice here. Do I play the Batterskull or do I play the O-Stone? And I figure I'm probably going to hit 5 mana for Batterskull in time, but I kind of want to do that O-Stone. In hindsight, I should have done the Batterskull. Yeah, because they're going to shut me off Tron. I should have seen it coming. So now I'm kind of like, oh shit, I got 4 mountains. Here comes damage. Now, fortunately, that's good. So, so I go ahead and play the Batterskull to try to stem the tide of some taking damage. And this is where I start making the misclicks and misplays. So here comes damage, but I'll just gain it right back. So I'll deal 4. It would be really good to wipe the board. Now, I know if they have a Burning Inquiry, then things are okay. Because it'll probably draw me into blue lands. Yeah. So, yeah, sure enough. But they do make me discard my island, which is unfortunate. Now, fortunately, I do have a Solemnus Mulacrum. I'll go ahead and attack for... Let's see, yeah, I put the counter from Oblivion Stone on the Germ instead of the Batterskull. That sucks. That's fine. And I'm thinking here, like, how do I live? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I played the Solum right now. Yeah, so I can try to get that island. Because I know I'm not going to just die next turn. So it's a matter of just, stemming the tide. I'm okay with taking the 2 from the Bloodghast because I can suit up my Solum and swing for 6. So, and because I have blue, I can now repeal the Blood Moon, still have enough mana to counter it next turn, and like really do some damage here. Yeah. So they go for the big game hunter, which sucks. Yeah, they're gonna kill my dude, but I'm okay with that. I just care about the Blood Moon. If the Blood Moon, that'll suck worse. So I'm gonna um oh yeah. I'm not too worried. Like I guess yeah, I probably should have countered it. But I decided to put a counter on my Batter Skull instead. But yeah, I should have countered it because I'm not going to easily just return Batter Skull. And then instead, I top deck an Ugin. I'm like, well, that's probably game there. I don't care about Blood Moon. And something I've noticed, like with Mono Blue Tron, I don't need to get Tron online. It's good, but I don't need it as long as I keep hitting my land drops. And that's what ends up happening.